Ladies and gentlemen, oh, Trevor Lawrence walking to the locker room. Ladies and
No
gentlemen,
way.
welcome to a brand
Oh,
new.
them motherfuckers. Oh, ACL. God damn it.
Okay, so watch the replay right now. If you're watching it, I don't know if you can see. So Trevor Lawrence, about five minutes and some change in the fourth quarter.
All right.
He
Ankle injury. Maybe not. It started as an ankle, and then he fucking fell on his knee.
That's what I'm saying. And look, and he's pissed. He knows. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On It. We are here, Mikey, Devan. Hey, what's going on? We are currently watching Monday Night Football.
Does that suck more than anything in the fucking Americas?
The Jags missed.
Does Joe Flacco need to play for 3 teams right now?
The Jags miss a field goal.
They missed a field goal.
So who's Jacksonville's backup?
No clue, dude.
Who's Jacksonville's backup? Let's figure that out.
Probably Doug Peterson.
Who do you? Let's take a guess. Who do you think?
It's not Bortles because he's out of the league. If I had to guess, all right. Do you know who it is?
Yeah, I know now.
All right. Is it someone who has been a starter previously?
Or it's CJ Beathard.
I would not have gotten that.
Yeah, no, I have no clue who. I guess I've seen.
I've heard of him
as a backup, but like
I've heard it.
I can't tell you.
AJ McCarron's on the Bengals sideline.
So we got a Monday Night Football shootout between Max Browning and Jake Browning. I'll be fucking names up. It's okay, bro. We're starting hot.
What is AJ McCarron doing over there?
I don't know what's going on here, but Trevor Lawrence is slowly walking back to the locker room with some help. And wow. Okay, so do you want to? I guess we'll react to this game as we talk about other games, and then finish off the week games with the final score of this game. But there are a couple things I want to talk about. Devin, first of all, what's going on? What's up?
Hey, what's up, dude?
How you doing? What's up?
What, you got a new hat?
What you got?
No, it's not new.
Nah, this ain't new. What you got in that cup?
Water.
Nice. All right. So obviously all of Week 13's games, we got a bracket. We got some fantasy to talk about. We got some college football to talk about. Because there are.
Oh yeah, we do.
Let's talk about college football, Devin, because
for real, we get to talk about college football.
We get to talk about some college football because we were.
All right, because I've been doing my thinking on it. Continue.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure. Okay. So we were talking about last episode the dead Longhorn found, but apparently there were dead Bulldogs found in Atlanta last Saturday when they fucking lost to Alabama because Georgia is not in the college football playoffs.
See,
Florida State is not in the college football.
But here's the thing. You know what makes me the most upset?
What makes you upset?
Is the fact that Georgia is out because they lost to Alabama. Mm-hmm. What were they? 8th in the country?
8 or 9, yeah.
And FSU is out. And they're complaining. But Georgia ain't complaining. Georgia's a team that is full strength and can compete in the top 4. FSU is not a team that is full strength and can compete in the top 4.
Can we talk about that?
We can talk about how bullshit the FSU argument is, yes.
So people are upset with how political, I guess, this year's.
No, it's not political. It's political every year.
Well, okay, hold on.
TCU was in last year's college football playoff, and they got smoked.
I was going to say, you said one thing wrong, one thing right. You said it's not. You said this isn't political, but then you said it's political every year. It's political every year.
It's political every year.
The reason people are mad is because it's the college football playoffs. Before the college football playoffs were invented, if Georgia wasn't in the top 4 and they lost in the SEC championship, no one would be complaining. If FSU wasn't in top 4 before the college football playoffs were a thing, they wouldn't be complaining. They want to be in that top 4 spot. And I mean, all right.
But name me one college football playoff that has not been political.
The SEC,
Notre Dame was in one of them.
The SEC,
TCU was in one of them.
The SEC champ is going to make it if they only have one loss. That's simple.
Simple fact.
Michigan.
But either Georgia or Alabama, honestly, I think both of them could have made it.
But if you want to make it political, I'd rather watch Georgia play over Texas or Washington.
Honestly, I would.
So let's make it political. I mean, if you put Florida State at 4 and make them play Alabama, they're getting smoked.
Exactly.
They're getting smoked. So
exactly,
I mean, they can ask for whatever, but
bro, they won what was it, 13-6 against fucking Louisville?
Yeah,
Louisville.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they almost shit the bed versus us before they turned up at the end of the game. But I mean,
it's
the college football playoffs.
The fact that there's bullshit, like the fact that they're arguing that they should be there. I don't give a fuck if you're undefeated. Undefeated, you can be undefeated in a Power 5. This is the first Power 5 that's been undefeated and not made the college football playoff. But you lost your starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Even if y'all hadn't lost your starting quarterback, you're not going up against no SEC teams and winning.
Mm-hmm.
You might beat a Pac-12 in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably not beating Texas.
And a lot of people are trying to compare this to the NFL when, I mean, the NFL playoffs and the college football playoffs have never been similar in any way.
Never in a million years is there a fucking, hey, who's better than who test.
Yeah, there's plenty of years.
It's record-based.
There's plenty of years where, like, the NFL could have been like, nobody wants to see y'all play, or y'all don't got no chance. This team's got a way better chance than y'all.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, no, they could have. Yeah.
And that's why the college football playoffs should be changed. It should not be 4 teams.
But here's the thing, bro. Let's be real. It's gonna change to 12, and then people are gonna be bitching when they're 14.
Very true.
That's all it's gonna be. People are gonna be bitching when they're 14th, and then we're gonna have the same conversation.
Like, but in college football, there's no even playing field really. So there's no like, hey, whose record's better than whose? In the NFL, 32 motherfucking teams, whose record is better than whose?
Here's the thing.
It'll always leave out somebody in the college football playoffs.
There was a time in college football where the national championship was between number 1 and number 2.
Sure.
Now there's teams who are lucky because they're number 3 or number 4 and still have an opportunity to play for the national championship. So I mean, it's just gonna be more bitching, and then I mean, there's nothing
and
really
FSU
to do about it. And before
does not deserve a spot.
Well, go ahead. Actually, repeat that.
FSU does not deserve a spot. I'm not even sure if they deserved a spot when they had Jordan Travis.
A one-loss Georgia team way better than
is a million times better because, yes, did Alabama underperform in the beginning of the season? Yes. Are they still a good fucking program? Fuck yeah, they will forever be a good program.
It's Alabama. It's Nick.
As long as Nick Saban is alive, they will be a good program.
Come on, bro.
Georgia should be there. The fact that they went from 1 to what, outside of the top 4, whatever position they're at now, is dog shit.
I mean, hey, as a Gator fan, I'm not mad about it. I'm happy about it. Georgia.
See, but as a not Gator fan, I'm mad that people are talking shit that FSU is somehow better than fucking a team with a Heisman winner, or
speaking of Gators, Evan
could be Heisman winner.
McPherson putting the Bengals up 3 points.
Yeah, that might be one of the best people y'all have produced in a break.
Ooh, was he down? Bethard with the fumble.
Let me pull the game back up. I was looking at some stats.
That's an interesting thing you said there, because like I was thinking to myself, like who's the best? Well, actually, I was thinking like who's the best offensive player, defensive player, and then special teams player from Florida but that was active.
Well, Evans the best. Special teams.
McPherson's 100% special teams. But when it comes
Chauncey,
to
you think
offense,
Chauncey's best defensive? I don't know any other. He's injured right now.
I mean, it can't be Chauncey. Just I was gonna say. I mean, he's been hurt all year. I'd say Anzalone.
Anzalone went to Florida?
Yeah,
Anzalone's a beast. I would say Anzalone.
bro in New Orleans. I mean, I'm trying to.
No. He's in Detroit now. They're on the same team.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Anzalone and CJ. Yeah.
Where was he before? Was he always in Detroit?
No. He was in New Orleans.
Okay,
He started in New Orleans.
Okay. I don't know. I'm like drawing a serious blank right now. It's crazy that you asked me that. Because I'm trying to think. I mean, corners are kind of underperforming, except for what's his name, C.J. Henderson. I mean, he's all right, but he ain't Anzalone or Chauncey.
No.
I mean, shit. At this point, offense is more interesting because it's probably Damian Pierce.
But Damian been hurt this year. But it's not Anthony Richardson.
Damian played this week.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Shit, I thought he was hurt.
Nah, I mean, I think he's been dealing with some injuries, but I mean, I don't know.
But he's better than what's his nuts right now?
Kadarius Toney, Kyle Pitts, Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson, it was who I was talking about, but definitely Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney still cannot catch.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Did you mean to do that?
What?
I thought you were like being really clever there. Like Kadarius Toney cannot catch. Like I thought you were.
No.
I thought you.
I mean, I broke it down. It sounded like that, and I felt that, but I was like, it's a true statement I'm making.
You should have took credit for it.
I know I'm stupid. I know.
Let's talk about these Week 13 games.
Pierce hasn't done a damn thing this year.
Can we get into this first game and just get it over with real quick?
He hasn't rushed more than 80 yards.
It's New England versus LA.
Dude.
It's New England.
What? All right.
New England versus LA.
Antonio Gates. I saw a thing with him that he
suck my dick.
That Antonio Gates was calling for Brandon Staley not to be fired. It was either AG or somebody else. It was Antonio. I'm pretty sure it was Antonio Gates who was calling for him not to be fired. I think this is a clear-cut example to be fired immediately with no fucking anything else. You don't need an explanation. You should be fired.
Bruh, the Chargers beat the Patriots 6-0. Now,
6-0.
I'm not gonna lie.
And guess who I had on my fantasy team?
Who did you have on your fantasy team?
The Chargers kicker.
So I'm watching. That's hilarious. I'm watching these games, and a lot of these Northeast games. It was rainy, but honestly, there's no explanation for this. Patriots,
no, I see 7 zeros on this board. One quarter, the Chargers scored 6 points. I didn't watch this game. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, nothing.
Makes sense.
Nothing. What do you mean? What happened?
No, but I mean, nothing. Like, how
absolutely nothing.
Fucking bad can it get? Like, how many punts were there?
You can get everything you want from checking your fantasy's kicker.
8 Charger punts.
Yeah, no, this is awful. The Chargers, I mean, like
7 Patriot punts.
We've been calling for the Chargers to make a change since before the year.
I'm pretty sure I've been calling for a Charger change for about a year and a half now.
But I'm saying specifically this year, it was all right. Like Chargers got to figure it out, and then the injuries did happen, but now it's like, y'all.
Is Brandon Staley fucking the owner? What's happening? Why is he still here?
You guys suck.
Does that dude got the deepest throat I've ever heard of? Because there's no reason that motherfucker should be anywhere near that field.
I think, I don't know. I think the Chargers right now, I don't know.
It should be a thing.
Because I think I'm trying to sit here and think of like what would be the reason for not firing your head coach. I'd say if you're in a position to win, you shouldn't fire your head coach. If you if your team has good chemistry, maybe you don't fire your head coach. And if you're
But
winning,
we're talking about a team with an overage running back, a damn near overage receiver in Keenan Allen, an injured younger receiver in Mike Williams, a young running back in Joshua Kelly who hasn't done much this year, and a defense that, sure, is not bad, but you're also playing the worst team in football in the Patriots, who are playing Bailey Zappi.
Bro, they scored 0
So
points.
they have nothing.
They scored 0 points at home.
But you also have the best, like a top. Maybe this year he's moving into like top 7, top 8.
Yeah, bro, he's dropping a little bit.
He's taking a step back.
He's dropping a little
But he's also, but I can't fucking charge him with these crimes because he's on a fucking terrible team.
Jags make it to, just the live commentary. Jags make it to the 20.
Yeah.
With 37 seconds left.
All right, I'm at 154.
See, here's the problem with this game. It should be 31-31.
Yes.
Except bro just whiffed the last punt and McManus. Hey.
Yeah, Brandon.
I know bro over there. But look.
He was in Kansas City?
I remember him in Denver.
I thought he was in Kansas City.
Who cares? The Chargers-Patriots game, that's really all I think we need to say about that. This game. That game was just abysmal. I don't know.
Yeah, that needs to not ever happen again. 6-0.
New Orleans versus Detroit.
All right, he was in Denver. Good job, Mike.
New Orleans versus Detroit. So, I will say that it was. Oh shit. Okay.
Wait. So Trevor's out. And
whoa. Okay.
Who's that?
So they're rushing. So they just rushed. They're rushing this field goal. Okay. Cincinnati takes a timeout. All right. Cool.
All right.
So let's talk about Detroit versus New Orleans. So Detroit goes up 21-0.
Yes, and it was like, what the fuck is?
And I'm watching. I'm like, oh shit, it's over.
Yeah.
Derek Carr. New Orleans, they start to push for this comeback, and it starts to get a little interesting. Derek Carr gets hurt. Jameis Winston comes in and just shits the bed.
Did he really?
All over the place. Now, here's my problem. Here's my problem, bro.
All right, 2 for 5, 41 yards.
I just watched an old episode of ours, and we were like, bro, Derek Carr sucks. We want to see Jameis. But not one time.
Most of that shit came from you, dude.
There was not one. No. This was like.
For real?
This is
a long time ago.
This was like a month ago.
This was
the. I don't know if you remember this specific play, but Derek Carr throws a ball out of bounds, and he's screaming at Olave.
Yes, I do remember that. That was like the Colts or something.
And we were talking about it, and I said Jameis is just more fun to watch. And I said, also Derek Carr sucks, so why not just throw him in? I never said he was better.
But bro threw 5 passes.
I just think Jameis Winston is fun to watch.
He's way more fun to watch.
Whether it's good or bad, it's more fun to watch.
Derek Carr had that Jameis stat line: 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
I think Derek Carr would be a lot better if he didn't have to worry about the weirdest hybrid player in football history, Taysom Hill. If he got to just have consecutive snaps, drives, maybe he's the only quarterback that takes the snap.
But how much better do you think Derek Carr could be? What's Derek Carr's ceiling? Because I don't think it's very high.
What's Derek Carr's ceiling? What's a healthy Derek Carr ceiling?
Yeah. With no Taysom, no Jameis. He's the only dude.
Healthy New Orleans.
Healthy. What do you mean by healthy New Orleans?
Kamara's healthy. Olave's healthy. Michael Thomas is healthy. Everybody's healthy.
Okay.
The defense is healthy. The team is healthy.
Yeah. What's their ceiling?
They could win. They could win the NFC South. They're 5-7.
With how many wins?
They're 5-7. The Falcons are leading with 6. They're 6-6.
The Falcons are all right.
That's what I'm saying. So the Saints.
But I
Saints
think they could win
division.
9.
The Saints can win their division.
The Saints could win 9, maybe 10.
But that's But I don't want to hear that though. Like, okay, you go 10-7. That's better than what we're expecting.
No, I know, but it's like.
Now. So I don't.
But it's like
what do we do?
maybe. But also, he could also win 7 games this year or 6.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Do the Bengals? Ooh, they take their time out. Do the Bengals go take a shot to get in field goal range, or do they go straight to OT?
Did they kick it? Is it tied? I was looking at stats.
Yeah, no. Jacksonville tied it up. It's 31-31 with 20 seconds left. Cincinnati just used their last timeout. They're on their 43.
Their own 43? Oh, Mixon busted that bitch.
43, bro. I don't know. What do we say? They try to.
I would take the knee.
Quick? No.
I would take the knee.
What are we talking about? You got one of the best kickers in the league.
Oh, I forgot.
You take
I did not remember that.
Well, we're doing like a quick out, and we're getting a chance at like a 60-yarder.
Sideline to Jamar. Yeah, Sideline to Jamar. Nope. All right, you're throwing it under to Mixon. It's very stupid.
He got out of bounds. He got out of bounds.
Did he? He did by like an inch. How do they rule out of bounds? Is it the ball or is it the human?
Out of bounds. You have to be going if you're going just the slightest bit forward while going out of bounds, the clock will stop.
Okay.
Because I figured it out yesterday. If you run directly perpendicular to the sideline, they will hit you with the clock's still running. Like they will.
Yeah.
You have to be just in the slightest going forward. From what I've seen, maybe in the rule book it's worded different, but from what I've picked up on, because Joe Mixon he curled up just at the last second.
But they're throwing it to the. What are you doing, hurling motherfuckers? You jackass!
God.
Staying in bounds, hurling motherfuckers. You fucking stupid shit.
We are going into overtime for Monday Night Football, Devin.
What? All right, throw it out of bounds. What are you doing, throwing it to a tight end who's gonna jump over a motherfucker and fall down?
Yeah. I mean, if he would have,
he's like, no, don't do that.
I mean, he lands the jump. He
landed the jump, but it's like
no.
Incredibly unnecessary.
No, I mean, we're talking about NFL athletes. He should have landed and ran out of bounds. If we're being real, I mean,
he jumped over him and fell down.
That's what I'm saying. Like that should not have happened.
But even if he didn't fall down, he's fucking not getting out of bounds. And it's Christian Beathard, I think.
We are watching. Yeah, it's CJ Beathard. We just went over.
It's Christian, no? Isn't that his name?
I mean, it's listed as CJ on the depth chart.
Is it?
Did you miss the first 5 minutes of this episode? We were just talking about Trevor Lawrence got hurt. CJ Beathard came in.
It's Christian Bethencourt. That's an MLB player.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
My bad. My bad.
This is the weirdest year of football. I mean, this has got to be some record of how many quarterbacks. There's got to be a record for how many different quarterbacks.
There has to be. I mean, how many quarterbacks have? I mean, how many teams have full strength? We've played all season quarterbacks. Sam Howell, Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts. Who?
Russell Wilson.
CJ Stroud. Bryce, kind of.
Desmond Ridder.
No, he got pulled.
Did he? He did get pulled. Didn't he get pulled?
He got pulled.
Baker,
no, it wasn't an injury pull. He got pulled.
Baker didn't miss a game. He didn't miss
Baker's
a game.
not missed the game. We're at 8. 8 of 32.
Oh shit. The Lions. Jared Goff. The Chargers.
Jay Herbo.
The
Bears.
Dolphins,
They pulled.
No, Badgett played. Badgett.
So 10 or 11.
So the Bucks. Or we said the Bucks.
Yeah.
Did we say
Jones was out?
Did we say Tua?
Dak.
Tua?
We said Tua.
Okay, cool. So we're like
12. Less than half the league.
But see, even those teams, there's been times where some of
Kenny Pickett.
Some of those quarterbacks. Now Kenny Pickett's out. Kenny Pickett got hurt. He's gonna be out for at least. He's gonna be out for some time. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm on your ass. I'm on. Oh, for that Steelers take later. I'm on your
Oh,
ass on that. I'm
relax,
on
dude.
your ass.
Kenny, all right.
Because I
Here,
kept giving
Mike.
you
No,
credit. I kept giving you credit, and now it's over because
Mike. Hear
you
me
took
out,
all the
bro.
credit for quarterback
Mike,
injuries.
hear me out.
You took all the.
Kenny Pickett ain't the reason they here. So if Kenny Pickett leaving, don't mean that they gonna get any worse.
Yeah, they will.
No, Kenny Pickett was not the reason they were there.
My fault, Devin. My fault, Devin. Mitch is the answer.
Mitch Trubisky is better than Kenny Pickett. I agree.
Is that
that does not align with my preseason take, but
whoa. So you just said Mitch Trubisky is better than Kenny Pickett, and that was supposed to make me agree with you.
No,
that was
I spoke on their record. Their record is better.
Okay.
Then
I'm gonna run the tape back from preseason and see what you said, because I don't think it went like that. I think you were Pickett the Pickens. Hey man, you don't understand what's happening over here. Which, let me jump right in that fucking game. Pittsburgh loses to Arizona.
that was a brutal one to fucking
24-10.
Yeah.
Cardinals do not care.
It got delayed. Why? Do you know why it got delayed?
Multiple times due to weather.
Okay.
It was getting delayed. Yeah, it ended.
I've never heard of a delayed football game due to weather. I thought that was a baseball thing.
No, if it's like storm, if it's lightning and shit.
Lightning makes sense. I mean, and they were in Pittsburgh, not Arizona. Okay.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, Washington game, it was pouring. New England game, it was pouring.
The whole East Coast was raining.
Yeah, it was pouring. And then it made it down to us by the time the Bucks were playing. It was raining at the Bucks game. Pittsburgh sucks.
So do the Cardinals.
I've been trying to tell you this. Pickett gets hurt. There's a rain delay. And to be honest with you, if I'm Pittsburgh and it's like 10-3, or it's 6-3, or whatever it is, and we keep getting these delays, and we get to go into the locker room and really lock in. And we I feel like as a unit, we could all think to ourselves, we don't even need a speech. It's like, guys, we're losing to Arizona. Yeah. We're supposed to be wild card favorites. We're supposed to be
like this other team is attempting to lose games.
We're everybody's hot take. Like, what are we doing out here?
We're Devin's hot take.
We're everybody's hot take. We're
my hot take. No one else hot take the Steelers.
What are we doing? And they go out there and shit the bed. Even when they shit on their bed, went inside, cleaned up the sheets, went right back outside, and shit the bed again.
No, you know what they did?
What happened?
They shitted, rolled around in it like I've done before, shitted again, and then fell asleep.
In the rain. All in the rain. And that, I mean, we both picked Pittsburgh, so I can't even, I'm not going to talk crazy, but I thought they'd beat Arizona. Sorry.
Well, I thought it was just like, it's not like hey, Pittsburgh's good, the Cardinals are not. It's like, the Cardinals aren't very good, but the Steelers offensively have nothing, and defensively is their only the only thing they have. So yeah, it was not the smartest. I won a couple of these picks. I lost a couple as well.
I mean, it was great. It was a great bye week for the Ravens.
And not a great bye week for my dumb, stupid NFC North picks. Except for this one, which will go my way, and if it doesn't, I will be fucking pissed, and I'll break my computer screens.
Jacksonville.
I know, and if the Bengals win, I'll be pissed.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can't,
because the other two I picked the Browns and the fucking Steely nuts.
Yeah, I mean, and the Browns losing too. I mean, that's
Joe McFlacco's.
Joe. All right, let's be real. Deep down,
Joe played good.
He played okay, but deep down,
dude, Joe had a perfect passer rating on the first drive. 4 completions, 5 attempts, 1 touchdown, 158.3. Eat my dick. Joe Flacco's the GOAT.
Raven at heart, though. He knew the Browns needed to lose. He
That
really
makes more
wanted the
sense.
Browns to lose, bro.
That does make
He
sense.
came into Cleveland and said, "Oh, what y'all thought?"
He said, "Guess what?"
Y'all thought we were winning games over here?
He said, "Oh,
no chance." Third and 7 for Jacksonville. First drive of overtime. I can't believe we're watching Bethard and Browning.
C.J. Beathard." What is that 3rd and 7 throw to Calvin Ridley? That's all.
Coming back. It's coming back though. It's coming back.
That's a holding. Are you serious?
Super obvious holding. It was crazy. It was on. Yeah. No. See, Shorty sitting there clapping. She looks stupid. She looks stupid because.
All right, I was clapping too. Don't call me stupid. But usually when I'm watching a play, I'm watching that ball. I ain't watching no fucking holding bullshit.
Yeah, but when you see a defensive, all right, watch it again.
I'm watching. I see. We're at the same time zones.
Yeah, so he comes out and then immediately as soon as he rolls out.
No way, that's a hold. He flopped, flop. He flopped.
Okay, I will say in real time it looked like a hold.
I know in real time, and that's when the refs called it. But that's a flop and a half.
Because as soon as I saw, I knew it was coming back. But
you saw him go down. He didn't touch him once when he turned around. He let him go when he turned around.
That was a crazy throw and catch.
It's a beautiful throw and catch.
That was some ballsy shit right there.
Come on. Oh, my God, CR. What are you doing? What do we do?
So the Jags are going to have to punt. Let's get back.
And then Evan's going to boot one from 67.
Let's get
beat JT's record.
Bro, I mean, if there's anybody that's going to beat it, I guess.
It'll have to be Evan, yeah.
I guess I can't be too mad if it's a Gator. And did Jamar Chase catch that?
He caught that. All right, so we're in the same spot. What I meant was like, when did you come back? When did I come back?
I was just like 15, 20 seconds. Like 15, 20 seconds. But did Jamar Chase catch that ball?
He caught that.
Jamar, hold on. Going up. Bobble.
That's a fucking wild catch. What a dog.
Wow. That's the second bobble catch. Did you see the bobble touchdown catch earlier?
Mm-mm.
Oh, look up, damn, sorry, but I forgot bro's name. Go look up, as we watch this, Brown and rolling out. All right. Okay. Go ahead and look up, Parker Washington's touchdown.
Who?
Parker Washington. Look up his touchdown earlier in this game, which Cincinnati was up 21-14. They got that touchdown and then got that interception. So I mean, it was the fact that Cincinnati's in this game right now is I don't know. I mean, they've been playing good. They've been playing well, but it's like
in a potential universe, this could have been an AFC championship game.
Yeah.
Maybe an AFC divisional.
For sure.
Currently, this is a Week 16 who's going to make the playoffs type deal.
Bro, is this game going to end in a tie?
Boy, do I hope it doesn't. And yeah, that touchdown was tough as fuck.
Is this going to be our first tie of the year?
There hasn't been a tie.
I won't mind.
Washington is not tied yet.
I won't mind having the only tie of the year.
But here, everyone in America hates ties.
I mean, I personally don't care.
Sure, but it's like
sure, it might screw up like your team's record if it's your team, but I'm not tripping about. Wow, Browning is all right, Devin. So we're gonna talk about this. I know you wanted to talk about this. What the
fuck did I say? There's a reason why Joe's sitting on that sideline.
Does this say anything about Joe Burrow at all?
Of course it does.
Okay. Am I allowed to push back on this? Because I don't think it's.
Tell me what Joe Burrow has outside of what he's doing right now, or outside of what Jake Browning is doing currently.
That's such a specific question. What's he doing right now?
No, I'm saying what has Burrow done except for throw to open receivers like Jamar Chase, who's 7'11", always the fuck open, and usually has a decent run game. Right now, it's not great, but I don't think Joe Burrow brings anything else to the table except for being a system quarterback. Is he decent? Yes. Is he a fucking MVP level quarterback? Fuck no.
Whoa. So you off of this one game?
No, I think off of all of the games I've seen Joe Burrow play in.
Come on, bro. If this was a Jacksonville blowout, you'd not be sitting here saying Joe Burrow is not MVP level. He is not this. He is not that. I mean, come on.
I said that before the season started.
Come on, bro. He was in a Super Bowl his second year.
Motherfucker, we've talked about this before.
He was in a Super Bowl his second year.
Motherfucker.
You think
was Nick Foles not in the Super Bowl?
He didn't lead a team to the Super Bowl his second year. No. Did he take over for an amazing team? Yes. He did do that. But Joe Burrow's run is a little bit different than Nick Foles' run, but okay, sure.
They are different, but there's a lot of quarterbacks who have made Super Bowls and who have not deserved to be there.
You don't think Joe Burrow deserved to be there?
As an elite quarterback.
Why doesn't Joe Burrow deserve to be there?
He deserved to be there as much as Matt Stafford deserved to be there.
Matt Stafford had a way more loaded team.
That's what I'm saying.
So Joe Burrow,
I'm saying they both had loaded teams, and both of them were not even close to the best quarterbacks in the league.
Matt Stafford had a way more loaded squad that year.
Way?
They were destined to make the Super Bowl. They were pretty much telling us they were making the Super Bowl.
You're saying a way more loaded squad
than
the Bengals?
Yes.
I don't think it was way more loaded.
Well, then, not much has changed. So then you think this team is loaded? You think this offense is loaded?
Who, the Bengals?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same offense that was there in 2021.
Is it loaded to you? That's the thing. Yeah, Jamar was a rookie. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Come on. Like, I really don't. I don't think Joe Burrow's a system quarterback, like you just said.
I think Burrow is closer to a Garoppolo than he is a Manning.
Okay, first of all, take a couple.
Peyton Manning.
Okay, I was gonna say take a couple steps back.
A Peyton Manning, not an Eli. He's closer to an Eli than he is a Peyton.
Is closer to an Eli than a Peyton. Joe Burrow is closer to a Josh Allen than a Baker Mayfield.
Agreed.
Joe Burrow's
but you also think that Baker could be a dude.
Joe Burrow's top. It's because you can't name 15 quarterbacks right now better than Baker Mayfield. And I'm standing on that. You can't.
I know, but that's like you've said that for a very long time.
Yes, but they treat him like he is does not deserve a spot in the league at all.
No, he does. He definitely
crazy. When we just watched Joe Flacco play, so I don't want to hear
that
shit
is true.
about Baker Mayfield. I don't want to hear anything about him. But I don't think. I mean, Joe Burrow's top. Okay, what is Joe Burrow?
All right.
What is Joe Burrow?
I know I'm talking a lot of shit.
Top what? What is Joe Burrow? Top what?
I don't know, but
is he top 10?
All I know is
at least top 10. You're just hating if you're saying he's not top 10.
No, he's 100% top 10.
Okay, then he's not a system quarterback.
My problem was before the season was, hey, Burrow was up there competing with Mahomes. That's what my problem was. My problem was that he's competing up there with a dog like Mahomes, who's got 2 league MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he's being talked about like he's Mahomes because he made 1 Super Bowl with a stacked fucking team.
Devin, let's just look at this year. Joe Burrow stays healthy. He's in talks with Patrick Mahomes right now. Patrick Mahomes is not. The Chiefs are not.
If Burrow stays healthy, what are you talking about? They started the season 5-6.
Okay? First of all,
they were 5-6
They're 5-6 right now. They didn't start.
Yeah.
They started the season 5-6. It is they are
with
5-6
Burrow
right now. Burrow didn't get hurt last week.
He did get hurt last week.
Okay, who they play last week?
They were 5-6 when they lost to y'all.
Oh, they're 5-6 right now.
I know, but this game's not over. But when they were 5-5 when they played y'all last week, Burrow got hurt halfway through the game, and then they put in Jake Browning.
No. They got hurt versus the Ravens, and then they lost to the Steelers, and now they're playing Jacksonville.
All right, 5-5.
So, okay, no. They were 4-5, or they were 5-4, because now they're 5-6. They were 5-4 going into the game versus Baltimore.
Okay.
What is Patrick Mahomes? 8-4. Joe Burrow stays healthy. He could have possibly beaten the Jacksonville Jaguars. He could have fucked around and beaten us, and he definitely could have beaten Pittsburgh. So he would have been in the same conversation with Patrick Mahomes.
Could have beat Pittsburgh. Was not beating y'all.
Could have beaten them. So he's one game difference from the Chiefs. He's not in conversation with Mahomes. Come on, bro. The Chiefs
as a quarterback, no.
The Chiefs are not as dominant. This is the most.
This is the worst we've ever seen the Chiefs.
That's what I'm saying. So,
I don't think it's because of Patrick Mahomes.
So if you're saying, but you can't sit here and say, oh, he's not allowed to be in the conversation with him because he's done this and done that. We're talking about this year. We're talking about right now. We're not talking about what Patrick Mahomes.
But you think he's a top 1 or 2 quarterback?
No. I think he's top 6, 7.
And that's fair. I agree with it. But he should not be top 1 or 2.
But you can't agree with me on that and then call him a system quarterback.
All right, maybe I was bullshitting a little bit with that.
Okay, I mean that's what I was waiting for. That's all I wanted to know. Were you bullshitting or were you not? I don't know.
And maybe he's not just a system quarterback, and that's a bunch of bullshit because there's some system quarterbacks who really suck a lot of cock. But he ain't no fucking Mahomes level, and honestly, I don't think he's a Lamar Jackson level quarterback.
But Lamar Jackson is a different. Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson, bro. Like
he's top 1 in all of Jackson.
You can't compare him to Joe. You can't compare Joe Burrow to Lamar.
But you also cannot compare Joe to Mahomes. So Joe sits in his own league of my ass is a bunch of.
What is Mahomes to you? What is Mahomes to you? Is he number 1?
Mahomes right now?
I'm saying you're saying he's not Mahomes, so he's not 1 or 2. Nobody said he's 1 or 2, but you've gradually went from like he's a system quarterback to he's more like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Right. My hate for Burrow comes out in that system quarterback thing.
But you went from system quarterback
1 or 2.
You went from system quarterback to Jimmy Garoppolo to top 7.
When I said system, I meant Jimmy, and that isn't the same thing, but I do agree with the top 7.
Burrow's better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Sure.
He's a lot better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
But Mahomes currently is number 1.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I disagree right now. I mean, right now, week 13, no, especially after yesterday, no.
All right.
No.
Lamar Jackson's number 1, Mahomes number 2. Whatever you want to call it.
It might not be. It might not be Lamar. It might not.
Well, who the fuck else would it be? What other quarterback's playing well right now except for Tua? You want to put Tua number 1?
There's a lot of other quarterbacks that are putting up numbers.
Either way, I can't fucking stand Joe Burrow, and I don't want to see him play football ever again.
I'm the Ravens fan, so I'm the one that should have this hatred for Joe Burrow. I don't know why you're so pressed about him.
I don't know.
Why are you so pressed? I mean, you're over in the NFC chilling. You shouldn't even be worried about him.
No, I don't fucking care about the fucking Washington dumb fucks. I care about football, and I hate seeing this bitch ass team.
All right. Well, I feel you. But let's talk about. I mean,
is Orlando Brown on the Bengals?
I don't. Sure.
Who the fuck is that?
Atlanta versus New York. It happened. That game happened. I will say you picked.
Who did I pick?
You picked New York.
Fucking
Wait, what made you do that? Because I was wondering. I was.
What'd you pick?
I picked Atlanta because I told you Trevor
fucking
Siemian.
I don't know.
Trevor Siemian, which actually no. No. How did that game go? Oh. It was Tim Boyle, and then he got benched, and then Trevor Siemian was put in, and he didn't help the situation at all.
You still think A-Rod's coming back, brother?
No, but I said last episode, rock with Zach Wilson over either two of these bums, and you were like, no, Jets are winning. So I just want to let you know, Atlanta's gonna fuck around and probably win the NFC South.
You know what I need to do?
What's
I need to not drink during the prediction.
48-yard attempt.
I'm watching it.
48-yard attempt for the win. Evan McPherson.
Evan Mack. It's not for. Is it for the win?
Yeah, this is for the win.
All right, then it's game over. Yeah.
All right, game over.
Well, that sucks. That sucks a load of cocks right there. That sucks the most penises. Flag.
There's a flag. They probably jumped over him or something.
That's a defensive flag.
Yeah, this is a defensive flag that's getting picked up. That's crazy. So the Bengals beat the Jags. Moment of silence.
Penalties declined.
Let's say, yeah, no, we just gave a moment of silence for that loss because that's kind of crazy. So
and good job, Joe Burrow. You did it.
So do we agree?
You stood there. Look, you look great, Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Can we agree?
Stupid, stinky butt, poopies, diarrhea.
Can we agree?
Your backup just fucking kicked ass.
Can we agree the Jags win if Trevor, doesn't get hurt?
Maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea how good Trevor is because this game was fucking close the whole time.
Maybe not. No. Okay. I don't know. They barely win. I don't think the Jags have to settle for that field goal that they missed if Trevor Lawrence doesn't get hurt.
Probably not.
I think Jags win this game, but damn.
Bengals. Hey, Mikey, what made you pick the Broncos?
You know what's cool? I'll get into that in a minute. You know what's cool about this though? The Bengals win, which put them at 6-6, but also the Jags would have been put in first place if they won this game. So.
First place in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad they didn't.
Well, now they're first place in their own division. So congrats.
So they can stay first place in their division in the AFC South.
So you were more afraid of the Jags than the Bengals. Did you just put a cappuccino in your mouth?
Mint. But am I more
Zenachino is what I meant, brother.
Am I more? No, but yeah, mint flavor. But am I more afraid of Jacksonville than Cincinnati?
No, I meant record-wise. Like, who did you want to win this football game?
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, record-wise, I'm more happy about this.
Oh, well, I thought a divisional loss would make more sense, but you obviously have no faith in the Bengals.
No, I don't. I don't believe in the Bengals at all, so I'm not worried about that. I'm more happy the Steelers are losing, if anything. Like I need to make sure they keep going, but with Kenny Pickett out, I think that helps even more.
I don't think it changes.
I'd rather the Steelers just lose because they're not good rather than their quarterback gets hurt. But I'll take it. What made me pick Denver? I don't know, because Houston barely won. I mean,
Houston won.
Houston barely won.
Well, so did the fucking Jets.
The
Jets barely lost.
Houston isn't a good team.
You're going to talk all this shit about how the Jets suck. They lost by 5.
Okay, so here's the big...
So did the fucking Broncos.
Here's the huge overall difference. I watched both games in their entirety. So I know...
Sure, and Russ threw 3 picks.
I know that. I watched all 3 picks. I watched them. And you might not know that, what if one of those picks were tipped at the line and it wasn't his fault?
No clue.
What if one of his picks... You don't know. I know. But I will say that the Texans are not some star-studded team. They're not some good team. We've been sitting here calling Denver bums all year, and they barely beat Denver. Congratulations.
No, the Texans are not star-studded, but Denver sucks.
Sure, but I'm saying to act like, what made you pick Denver? I mean, I don't know.
You motherfucker, you asked me what made you pick the Jets. That's the only reason I asked you what made you pick the Broncos. Because me picking the Broncos, me picking the Jets or the Falcons is not a crazy topic.
I asked you what made you pick the Jets because Tim Boyle was playing and then he got benched for Trevor Siemian. That's how
Bro,
bad the QBs are performing in New
it's
York.
Desmond Ritter.
The
What the?
Broncos.
It was a
The
5-point
here
game.
here.
You
Hold
talking
on.
about a motherfucker
Okay,
who went
you
12 and
you
27, or a motherfucker who went 14 and 25?
you
We ain't
asked.
talking about no
Hold
good
on,
football
hold on.
players.
You asked for a difference. You asked for a difference. The
I don't know
difference.
what it is.
The difference is you picked a team that does not have a quarterback that can play a good a good drive of football. I picked a team that was on a 5-game winning streak.
I'm saying neither the Jets nor the Falcons are good teams.
Bro, I don't care about that. I'm saying Denver over Houston wasn't a crazy pick.
No, it's not a crazy pick, and neither was the Jets over the Falcons. It was a 5-point loss.
No, I think Jets was an awful pick, and I'm pretty sure you said in last
That's
episode.
crazy
And
to
no,
say
no,
that. That's fucking
dude,
crazy to say that.
do I have to roll the film? You said in the episode, and I should probably not even go with the Jets. Like I don't know what I don't know. Like you said that verbatim.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Verbatim.
I'm saying, like, yeah,
Like
it's not like
like
either
it
team
was
could have won this fucking game.
no.
It's not crazy for me to
You
say, oh, the
even
Jets could win.
but I'm saying you said it was a bad take. You said it was a bad prediction.
And I'm fine with that, but it's not crazy.
You said it was bad. That's my point. If you knew it was a bad,
Hey, dude, if I picked the Falcons, it would have been bad. Both
nah, because
teams
you would have
suck
been right.
cock.
You would have been right.
No, but both teams
Here's
suck
the thing.
cock.
Here's the thing. Why are you hanging on to that one game so much? Who cares?
Because you said, why did you pick the Jets? I picked the Jets because both teams suck my ball sack.
Well, okay, here. If you want me to break
It's
this,
like saying,
here,
oh,
hold on.
Patriots could have won. Yeah, they
Here,
could have if
here.
they scored a fucking touchdown and kicked an extra point.
2, 3, 4. If you want me to break it down and break the fourth wall, we disagreed on 4 games. I just wanted to ask you maybe a question regarding to a conversation that could be had on something like a podcast, and that'd be what made you pick a team that lost in a game that we did not agree on? And
I'm
then you
pretty
could
sure
give
we
me your
went
answer.
2-2 on disagreements.
I know. Well, no, because I'm up. So, but I don't
No,
know.
no, on current this week.
No, I had a better record. So,
No, I'm saying disagreements this week. Did you pick the 49ers?
did I pick the 49ers? No, but you picked Cleveland.
But I picked the 49ers and I picked Cleveland.
Yeah, you picked the Jets, you picked Pittsburgh, and you picked Tennessee. You picked Cleveland. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses.
All right, so we missed on one thing. You said we disagreed on 4 things.
Okay, 4 or 5 games. But my point was, you asked. At this point, you're asking me why I even asked you the question, because we're doing a podcast. That's why I asked you why.
No,
why
I know,
said.
but it seems
why.
like. But why can't I ask you why you picked the Broncos?
You can. I told you why.
It's the same distance.
I told you why. I told you why because I thought.
But it's the same distance.
No. I told you why though. Listen.
But you were talking like it was like, oh, the Falcons really could have won. Really should have won that game. It's like, no, both teams suck ball sack.
Okay, that's your opinion. But last episode, I was confident in picking Atlanta, and you were not confident in picking the Jets. So I'm going into this episode asking you why you picked the Jets. And then you asked me why I picked Denver. I told you why I picked Denver, and we're still talking about the Jets. We are an hour in, and we're still talking
But
about
I
the
told
Jets
you
versus
why
Atlanta.
I told you why I picked Texas. Why I picked Houston.
Cool. Honestly, you haven't yet because we're still talking about the Jets game.
I told you last episode.
I would love to know why you picked Houston, but you have not told me yet, Devin.
I told you last episode. I said they got a better offense.
Sure, but I mean, Denver was on a 5-game win streak, so I mean.
And I said that their win streak was bullshit.
And they barely lost.
And so did the Jets. So Merry fucking Christmas.
What does that?
5 points is 5 fucking points, motherfucker. It's the NFL.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, because you keep saying they barely lost.
Okay, you keep comparing this game versus the Jets game. Can we please stop talking about the Jets game?
But they're both 5-point losses, and you keep saying they barely lost.
I don't. Okay. Cool.
So then they both barely lost.
The Jets. Cool. Cool, bro. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the Jets game.
And the Texans barely won. All 4 teams suck. That's what we're talking about right now.
Okay, what would you like to talk about, Devin?
Not Chargers Patriots.
What would you like to talk about? You want to talk about? Oh, okay. You want to talk about Commanders Dolphins?
Yeah, we'll talk about Commanders Dolphins.
Okay. Let's talk about
Someone told me at work, they said over under 70. I said no, over under 40. And I said the over, and I was correct. We suck.
Yep.
The Dolphins, it might be good. I don't know, but we're terrible.
Yeah, y'all suck.
I think that's the only thing you can take away from this game.
No, y'all are terrible. Y'all are absolutely
how bad
terrible.
This
Tyreek Hill's Offensive Player of the Year. Washington just helped him make his case.
157 to it sucks. Fuck.
Yeah. No, he yeah, y'all suck. Panthers Bucks. That was a 3-point game. You don't care about that. 49ers Eagles.
All right, watch your mouth.
Let's
Relax.
talk 49ers Eagles.
Dude, this is so stupid.
Let's talk 49ers Eagles then. You want to talk?
No, we're talking Panthers Bucks.
Let's only talk blowouts. Let's not talk 5-point or under games. Let's only talk crazy blowouts.
No, you said
don't care about.
The Jets suck.
Yes, the Jets suck.
And they do.
And the Falcons also suck.
And so do the Broncos.
And Houston's not. And Houston is like
and so does Houston.
Houston's the smartest 7th grader that should be in 9th grade. Okay, I guess, bro, the smartest 7th grader.
All 4 of them suck.
I know. I just want to let you know I'm disappointed. We spent 15 minutes arguing about 4 terrible NFL teams.
No, and I agree.
I
agree.
So let's talk Panthers Bucks because that was one of the better games out of the whole entire week.
I didn't watch it, but I would imagine you have some good insight on it. Because
the only thing I'm happy about is the fact that the Bucks are 1 game away from winning this division. A week ago, I was pretty much saying Tampa's season's over, and I wasn't even realizing they're in the NFC South.
No, no, Tampa's season's not over. Carolina's season is long over.
And if Atlanta's as bad as we're saying they are, being 1 game behind Atlanta isn't the scariest.
The Bucks should.
It's not the scariest thing in the world.
No.
They're not sitting there shitting themselves because we're 1 game behind Atlanta. But I'm still.
And Mike Evans hit his 10th 1,000-yard season.
And Mike took one. He took off on one. I know.
Bro, we'll get to that in fantasy, but Mike hit crazy numbers.
Mike still got some speed in him. I did not know he was still capable.
He took off for like a 50-60 yarder.
That's what I'm saying. Like I did not. And speaking of taking off,
I say just get that bitch to Mike every time.
We're gonna talk about this Eagles game.
Yeah. The Eagles suck.
Bro.
Come on, dude. I fucking love this shit, dude. I love it.
Okay.
Eagles suck.
I'll give it to you, but can I just say this?
No. Say your piece. We're good.
If you did this 100 times over, this is not happening again.
Not this number. Not this deficit.
I'm saying not this bad. No, sure. Philly can take majority.
It'll never be 23 points.
San Fran can take majority wins, but I'm saying this was, bro. San Fran scored 6 straight touchdowns in 6 straight drives. 6 straight drives were 6 straight touchdown drives.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Drives. And this was a clear example. You wanted to talk about Cincinnati, and you could just put anyone at quarterback.
No, not there. No.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
San Francisco. Do you know how many times?
But now, Purdy's the MVP favorite right now because he's on the best team in football.
Dude, you know how many times I saw Purdy just go, Debo. Taking that bitch down the field, bro. I specifically am not giving him first place MVP votes just because of
bro. You can't throw the ball 27 times and be the MVP. Like, it's just not a thing. But
you also, bro.
Every game he throws the ball 27 times. He's never throwing the ball 45 times like Jalen Hurts did.
The MVP's got to be at least semi as political as college football playoffs. You know, like it's got to.
For sure,
you got to keep it political with the narrative, with everything.
But you have to factor in the eye test.
Yeah. I mean, just
the eye test on Brock Purdy is he can put the ball in places where it needs to be. Is he anything special? No, he's nothing special.
And you also have to put it simply as, all right, he's doing this with these players.
Exactly.
Player B is doing this with these players. Player C is doing this with these
Now,
players.
does Philly not have great players? They do. They have great players.
And I mean, are we really going to sit here? I mean, okay, Philly, yes, they take a loss, and maybe a loss they need. And I'm not gonna lie, like the same reason.
But a loss, it doesn't hinder their season.
No, but
maybe their hopes, but not their season.
But I mean, hopefully we get a rematch of this game in the playoffs.
Yes.
But I mean, I think because I don't know I don't know if you how much you saw of this game, but it was heated the entire game. People get.
Oh, I saw some Dre Greenlaw. He putting his hand in a security guard's face.
It was like chief of security. It's like chief.
His name was Big Boy or something.
Yeah. He like puts his hand in his face, and I believe Jalen Carter, something happened with him, and he was like so mad he was crying on the sideline. Like there was some shit.
That's because Georgia lost. Georgia lost. That's why.
But there was a lot of it was heated, and I mean, it's only December. If this game happens again in January, it's gonna be ugly.
This has to be an NFC Championship. If it's not, I'll be fucking livid.
We already really talked Browns Rams. I mean, it was a blowout game. Can I ask you this, Devin?
But here's what I said. I said that the 49ers D is the true test for Philly, and it was.
But let's be real.
And that Philly D ain't all they crack out to be.
But who performed the worst? The worst.
Philly D.
Philly's defense.
Philly's defense.
Philly's defense, bro.
By far, it wasn't Philly's offense. Philly's offense could win, and maybe they had another touchdown had their defense not sucked.
Philly's defense.
But yeah, Philly's defense is the problem. It's not their offense.
Can I ask you this then? What made you pick the Browns beating the Rams?
Joe Flacco.
Okay. I was just making sure. So
it was solely based on Joe Flacco.
It was a good game.
And dude, I was hyped. That first touchdown. It was 158.3 passer rating, and I was hyped, dude. I checked the stats. I was like, God damn! Oh, this motherfucker got full ass passer rating right now, dude.
But yeah, the Rams they end up winning 36-19, but it was a really close game for a while, and then
it was close.
Joe threw up just one of the worst balls ever, and it gets picked off, and then there was really no looking back after that.
But I mean, a Cleveland Browns game with a Joe Flacco who hasn't played in probably a year in a real NFL game, I would say it's kind of decent, pretty impressive. But right now the Rams are much better than the Browns, and we knew the Browns were phonies.
For sure. I mean, the Browns,
record-wise,
they're screwed. Their season's pretty much over. I don't really see much light for the Browns this year. Chiefs Packers though. Chiefs Packers. Look, Jordan Love had back-to-back career games.
For whatever reason.
That's the first thing. Jordan Love shootout with Patrick Mahomes. Wins in a shootout with Patrick Mahomes. I will say one thing. I will say a couple of things. Obviously, and we said this last year or last episode. We've been saying this the past couple of weeks. Kansas City obviously isn't as dominant as they have been in the past few years.
Not even close. Their record is not indicative of their play.
But at the end of this game, I don't know if you saw the pass interference that was not called. It was a pass interference.
On MVS?
Yes.
Yeah.
He got tackled before the ball even got to him.
Yes.
He got tackled before the ball got to him. That was a blatant pass interference.
It was close to being as egregious. I wouldn't say as egregious, but it was
damn near as egregious as it could get.
It was close to Saints Rams.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was visible.
It was very bad, and I don't really understand. like, and we say this every episode. I'm gonna have to just stop talking about it because it's all the time at this point. The NFL has no clue how to officiate a game. They don't.
I feel like they do know, and they intentionally don't do them correctly.
But it seemed like the whole fourth quarter, the Chiefs were getting every flag possible thrown
Really?
for them, and then at this final drive, I mean, bro, there was PIs getting called. There was an offsides on a kickoff called. When do we see offsides on kickoffs called? We all this shit, and then
Never.
the one pass interference where it was like blatant as could be, no call. But I mean, before that, now with that being said, I can't say the Chiefs go and score and get a 2-point conversion just to tie it and then go into OT and win it. But the Packers were on one.
But here's the thing. It's like, were we not calling now? This is a stupid take. This is just a conversation thing. But the Super Bowl last year, and maybe some other Chiefs games where they've gotten some calls.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC Championship last year against the Bengals, the Super Bowl against the Eagles. It's like we were calling and just saying, let them play toward the end of the game. I don't think this fits into let them play. This was egregious. So I don't really know. The Packers, yes. Were they up 8? Are they a good enough team to compete with the Chiefs? Probably not. The Chiefs need to step some shit up, and we've been saying that all year.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chiefs should have been given a shot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no.
Because that ball was bad.
Yeah,
He was on top of him.
But I mean, the drive before that, Mahomes throws a super like out of character interception. I mean, it was I don't know. The Chiefs just aren't the Chiefs just aren't as dominant as they were the last few years. That's all
4
I'll say
years.
from that.
Which I'm cool with.
MVP votes.
We forgot about. Oh, we already talked about.
Yeah, we
this.
talked Monday night. It happened.
We talked about Monday night.
About
Fucking the stupid Bengals win, which you're proud of, which I'm not.
I'm not mad at it.
But I think for record wise, I think we split a lot of games, and you beat me by 1, right?
The final was what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 and 5, which puts you at what 7 and 6. Okay, yeah. So 1 game difference, nothing crazy, but we do got MVP votes. I got some contenders. You got Dak 29 of 41, 299, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Against the worst defense in football.
Beating Seattle. Gardner Minshew, 26 of 42, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You had Tua, who was 18 of 24, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You had Purdy, 19 for 27, 314, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. You had Matt Stafford, who was 22 of 37, 279, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Jordan Love, 25, 36, 267, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So Jordan Love's number 1 for me, without a doubt. Sure, Purdy and Tua blowout wins, crazy numbers. Jordan Love shot out with the best quarterback in the league.
This week.
And another back-to-back career game for him. And I got to give him the number 1 spot.
This week, yes.
I'm going to give him the number 1 spot. And then, I mean, I already got mine. I got Tua at 2, and then I got Purdy at 3.
That is 100% fair.
Tua, 18 of 24. 18 of 24. He had 6 incompletions, 280. Come on, bro. Come on. Give me that. And then Purdy, like I said, you probably could have put homeboy from the Bengals in there, and he could have put up some. But
yeah. I got Browning at 3.
Man,
is that crazy?
I mean, you're just wasting some precious MVP
brother.
votes for some
No.
other cats. Sure.
32 of 37, 354 and a touchdown. You're telling me that ain't fucking stat wise up there?
Sure.
5 incompletions on 37 fucking attempts.
Sure. Yeah. No. Put it. Yeah. Browning.
Bro's up there.
Browning at 3. Okay.
Who was your 3? Mahomes? He lost.
Purdy.
He's on the best offense in the league. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was my third. All right. So who's your 1 and 2?
2. Let's see who got 2. I think Purdy at 2.
What the fuck? You just judged me for putting him at 3.
Nah.
All right. So Purdy at 2.
I wasn't judging you. I was just saying that motherfucking Browning deserves a spot because Burrow sucks. He doesn't suck. I'm being stupid.
Yeah, it's okay.
He doesn't suck. Not good.
Who you 1-1?
It can't be Minshew. It's never going to be Dak. I guess I'll give it to that fucking dumb bullshit bitch in Green Bay. Whoever that fucking dummy is.
Jordan Love.
I don't know his name. I don't want to learn his name.
He is going to get both of our number 1 spots for MVP votes in week 13.
So stupid.
We got a power ranking to do, Devin. So I'm going to keep it simple.
Ravens is number 1.
They're staying number 1 because all these other teams just became 9 and 3. So I'm not pulling none of that bullshit.
The Jags lost. The fucking Chiefs lost.
Hear me out.
The Dolphins won a bullshit game because they played us.
So it was Baltimore, Philly, KC, San Fran, Miami. How about Baltimore, San Fran, Miami, Philly, KC?
Baltimore, Miami. Who?
Baltimore, San Fran, Miami.
Baltimore, San Fran. I agree.
Philly,
Baltimore,
KC.
San Fran, Miami.
Philly.
No.
Philly's better
KC,
than better than Kansas City right now. Philly's better than Kansas City right now. Right now.
No.
And we had them 2 spots above them right now. So just a 1 and 2 difference. I say we keep 6 through 10 the same, unless you want to drop Jacksonville after this loss, because it was Jacksonville, Buffalo, Dallas, Detroit, Houston. I can see Jacksonville dropping a couple spots. So maybe
you said Jacksonville, Buffalo.
Maybe Buffalo, Dallas, Detroit, Jacksonville. Buffalo, Dallas, Jacksonville.
Repeat what the original was.
Jacksonville, Buffalo, Dallas, Detroit, Houston.
Jackson.
I'm not moving Houston up anymore.
No.
I'd say Buffalo, Dallas, and then either Jacksonville or Detroit.
Dallas.
Over Buffalo?
Yeah.
I mean, Buffalo had a bye week. I don't know why they should drop, but all right. So Dallas.
Well, because I said so.
So Dallas, Buffalo. Dallas,
Buffalo. No, Dallas. Buffalo has not been what they should be.
So what? Dallas, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Detroit, or Detroit, Jacksonville?
Dallas, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Detroit.
Okay.
Houston.
And then I'm thinking over the Chargers. Okay, over the Chargers right now. Seattle. The Rams.
Yep.
Pittsburgh. Green Bay. Denver.
All right, who's over LA? Who's over the Chargers?
Everybody I just said.
I know, but repeat that order again. I like the order, but I mean, I like the teams. I don't like the order.
Seattle Rams.
Agreed. They should be over them.
Okay, Seattle Rams. I'm looking at Pittsburgh, Green Bay, and Denver.
Green Bay and Denver should be over them. Pittsburgh, no.
Pittsburgh's better than the Chargers right now, bro. Chargers just beat the fucking Patriots 6-0.
Did Pitt play this week?
Yes, they lost to Arizona.
Then they should not be above.
The Chargers scored 6 points versus the worst team in the league. They suck, bro. They're lucky they're getting this nod for me.
All right, but the fucking
they're gonna go.
Steelers scored 6 points against the second worst team in the league.
I promise you, the Patriots are gonna let Mitch Trubisky on Thursday night score more points than the Chargers did versus them. I promise you. I promise you. Pittsburgh.
You want to put
Pittsburgh over the Chargers right now. I'm sorry. I want to put a 7-5 team over a 5-7 team. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My fault. I'm sorry. I just do. I just do. Green Bay, Denver, Pitt, LA. But then under LA, now we're starting to go into like Minnesota, Cleveland. How about is Cincinnati better than LA? What do you want to do with Cincinnati? Because they're next. They are next at 17. Do they stay or do they go above LA?
Over the Chargers?
I think they go over the Chargers.
They do go over the Chargers.
I think they go over.
Are you sure they don't go over anybody else?
And Pittsburgh.
And Pittsburgh.
I'd say and Pittsburgh.
Because they have a better D. Well,
Cincinnati,
similar D, but a way better offense.
Black. Okay, and then we're looking at Minnesota, Cleveland.
But wait, you don't think the Bengals can go over anybody else?
Not Denver and Green Bay right now. Maybe Denver.
You really don't think they can go over Green Bay?
Not after what I saw last night. No.
All right, that's fair.
The 2 6-6 teams, I think, Green Bay's a better 6-6 team. I mean, they're all three of these teams are 6-6. So what are we really? It's not that. It ain't
that's
that
fair.
Deep. But now we're looking
ain't
at
that deep, bro.
I need the Jets to take a big drop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The teams I got over the Jets right now, I got Minnesota, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, Vegas, New Orleans, and Tennessee, all over the Jets.
I agree with it.
Okay. I'm glad.
Are you sure there's not more over the Jets right now?
Well, let's see. Let's see. Let me punch that in, and then after that we.
But you want that order for those teams?
I liked that order. Do you want to switch it up at all?
Rewind it to me.
So I think Minnesota and Cleveland as of right now.
Yep.
And then I'm looking at Indy.
For sure.
Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Vegas.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, how about New Orleans over Vegas? Tampa Bay, Atlanta. I'll go New Orleans over Vegas.
For real?
And then Tennessee.
I want Tennessee over New Orleans.
And Vegas? I mean, Tennessee sucks. I don't care. Whatever. Sure.
No, I want them over New Orleans and Vegas.
And then I'll go Jets.
Okay. That I agree with that.
Then I'll go Jets because let's be real. We're keeping New England at 32. I say keep New England at 32, and then I say keep Carolina at 31. Keep the Giants at 30.
But those are interchangeable.
Keep the Giants at 30. I'd say Arizona jumps over Washington and Chicago. Right now. This week, they jump over them. I think it goes
Who jumps?
Arizona, Washington, and then Chicago. I think it's punched in.
All right, fuck, that sucks, dude. We suck so bad.
That sucks so bad. Here is your Week 13 power ranking, starting at
dude. This sucks.
Starting at 32, Devin, we got New England, Carolina, the New York Giants, Chicago, Washington, Arizona, the Jets, Vegas, New Orleans, Tennessee, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Minnesota, the Chargers, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Denver, Green Bay, the Rams, Seattle, Houston at 10, Detroit, Jacksonville, Buffalo, Dallas, Kansas City, Philly, Miami, San Fran, Baltimore at 1. It's getting interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
It's getting weird,
so,
dude. You know, it's getting fucking very weird.
So before this bracket,
who's the top 5?
Our top 5 right now is starting at 5: KC, Philly, Miami, San Fran, Baltimore.
Damn.
Can I just take a look at you want me to take a look at week 1, like our preseason predictions for our power ranking?
Yes.
Because I'm a little interested in that.
Wait.
If I go back.
Am I stupid? Can you repeat? You said it was KC,
Philly, Miami, San Fran, Baltimore. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So you want to go ahead and pull up your fantasy team so we can talk this fantasy before we get into this bracket?
Yeah.
Because we do got a little bit of fantasy to talk, and then we got a bracket.
Man, I got hella fantasy to talk because I be fucking pissing all over you, all y'all motherfuckers.
Okay, you want to hear our top 5 preseason power ranking?
No.
San Fran, the New York.
Wait, is that the both of us?
Yeah, this is the one we agreed on. San Fran. Right. Oh no! These teams. That was after week 1. Week 5 or top 5 preseason: KC, Philly, Buffalo, the Jets, San Fran.
Well, all right. The Jets lost a motherfucker. Who was 6?
Baltimore.
All right, so we were correct.
We were close.
No, motherfucker. We was correct.
I mean, Buffalo ain't up there.
We're
Buffalo's sitting at a pretty 7.
All right, so Miami beat out Buffalo, and that's it.
And it's probably I'm assuming you probably pushed for Dallas not being close to that top 5.
And they still ain't.
Let's pull up they're 6 right now.
I don't give a fuck where they are. They still suck.
Let's pull this fantasy up and then
I don't give a fuck where they are.
And then let's get into
hello
bracket. So
my name's Doug Prescott.
I went over 2. I lost both games.
I went 1-0.
Matt Stafford, good game from him. 36 points. I got 5 points out of Swift. 13 points out of Najee Harris. 3 points out of Christian Kirk. 1 point out of Tutu. 10 points out of Kittle. 7 points out of Singletary. 5 points out of the Rams defense. I didn't do anything. And then on the other side, Jared Goff with 16, Pollard with 15, Damian Pierce with 10, Jamar Chase with 30. Brandon Cooks with 14, Higbee with 4, Thielen with 4, -7 for Philly's defense.
Damn.
-7 for Philly's defense. So yeah, nothing.
Yeah, Philly's D is not one to put in.
Nothing. I got nothing. How did you do?
I did phenomenal.
Let's see, because this is the last week. We got playoffs next week. Going into the playoffs.
Well,
next week.
I was locked into the playoffs regardless, and you set this lineup against me. I knew I was going to win.
I mean, there was only so much I could do.
Honestly, there was. The whole team was on a bye week.
Yeah.
But no, 43 out of Dak from Thursday. 31. I think I had 431. I had 430 performance. I had 31 out of Derrick Henry, 14 out of Raheem Mostert, 32 out of Mike Evans, 35 out of Nico Collins, only 3 out of Njoku, 13 out of Breece Hall. Defensive players, they both got hurt in those games, so 6.5 and 3. Bucks D 4.5, and then 2 field goals from the Chargers, which were the only points in that game. But there was no one on my bench who I could have put on who would have been better.
Yeah.
So I put the best lineup out there, and I scored 193, and I whooped the hell out that team.
Is there any reason you're hanging on to Burrow on your IR?
No, Burrow ain't on my IR.
Yeah.
No. Well, he's in my IR, but they don't.
I mean, it means at one point you thought he'd be a pretty good fantasy player, huh?
I mean, I drop him right now.
I'm pretty sure for a while you had him as your starter. That's crazy. That's weird.
There were weeks I had him as my starter, and then I realized that Dak will never play a good team.
That's just odd. That was just
What's odd?
that's
Like,
just odd. I don't know. All that hate for
it's
Burrow,
not odd.
and I see him in your lineup still. Let's get into this
No,
bracket.
he's not in my lineup, but I don't hold a lot of players. It's like I don't got
I
like
feel
my IR is my IR. It's
I
like
hear you. I hear you. I feel
it
you.
is what it is.
I feel
Like
you.
it's not that big.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
But I put the best lineup I could outside of some defensive players, maybe a defense. Offensively, I was balling.
Speaking of defensive players,
Are we doing DPOYs?
We got 16 defensive player of the year winners.
And Mike, did we talk about this on the podcast, or did we not?
About it off the pod, but we're gonna trust me. We're gonna get.
We talked about it off the pod.
Yes, and we'll get to it. We will get to it.
Is he on this list?
Yes, we will get to it. We will get.
Where's that stinky motherfucker? Oh, 01.
We're gonna get.
I see him.
We're gonna get right into it though.
Was 01 his year?
Yes. Don't worry.
I like that a lot. I like Mikey.
I got you. So we got 16 defensive player of the year winners. And I got some stats. I got
so mad.
Some other things to factor in. But we got 2014 J.J. Watt going up against 2013 Luke Kuechly.
That's a little bit tough.
So I'm gonna just remind you how lethal J.J. Watt was, real quick. So J.J. Watt in 2014 played in all 16 games, 78 total tackles, 20 and a half sacks. He had 10 passes deflected, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception that he took back for a touchdown, and 1 fumble recovery taken back for a touchdown. Going up against Luke Kuechly in 2013, who had 156 total tackles, 2 sacks, 7 passes deflected, and 4 interceptions. I'll give it to Luke Kuechly, one of my favorite linebackers of all time.
Hold on. Drop them bitches again. I'm sorry.
156 tackles, 2 sacks, 7 passes deflected, and 4 interceptions.
And then JJ?
78 total tackles, 20 and a half sacks, 10 passes deflected, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception taken back for a touchdown, and 1 fumble recovery taken back for a touchdown.
You sure that's JJ?
I'm absolutely positive that it's JJ. As an edge rusher, 20 and a half sacks, able to get 10 pass deflections.
No.
Able to get 10 pass deflections, 4 forced fumbles.
I thought you said you were going with Luke.
No. I was giving Luke farewell.
My fault. Luke, as a middle linebacker, congratulations. That's an incredible job as a Mike. But yeah, to get 20 and a half and all that shit from JJ is yeah.
JJ was a monster in this time. I mean, he was every quarterback's nightmare. I mean, the 20 and a half sacks, 10 passes deflected. Luke, one of the best tacklers of all time. 156 tackles in a season.
Doesn't he have the most in a season?
I don't know. You can fact check me on that, but it is 100% JJ Watt. Moving on, and we got some more. Not even just JJ Watt, but we got some more Watt to talk about coming up. We got 2006 Jason Taylor, 2000 Ray Lewis. So 2006 Jason Taylor, he played in all 16 games. He had 13 and a half sacks, 9 forced fumbles, 62 total tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 11 passes deflected. Ray Lewis in 2000 played in all 16 games, had 137 tackles, 14 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, 6 passes deflected, 2 interceptions. So, all right, let's talk about a little bit more. So, Jason Taylor, he has the 13 and a half sacks, 9 forced fumbles, 11 passes deflected. Ray Lewis, 137 tackles, 14 tackles for a loss, 6 passes deflected. I don't know which way you want to go with this. You want to go... I, to me, all right. If you wanna factor in what they meant to the team, okay, it's Ray. But if you want to also factor in teammates, Ray gets an advantage on that too. He's playing with Rod Woodson, Chris McAllister, Peter Bolware, Chris McCray, or fucking Goose. He was playing with a lot of guys.
Can we run back the stats really quick? I'm sorry.
Jason Taylor, 13.5 sacks, 9 forced fumbles, 62 total tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 11 passes deflected.
All right.
Ray Lewis had 137 total tackles, 14 of them for a loss, 3 sacks, 6 passes deflected, 2 interceptions.
It's Ray.
Is it Ray?
I think it is. From total tackles, was JT an edge rusher?
Yeah. He had 62 total tackles, 13.5 sacks. The 9 forced fumbles and 11 passes deflected, though. 9 forced fumbles?
But 137 total tackles from a Mike is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, but Luke had 156. Or is this just a little bit of a better middle linebacker year versus a little bit worse of an edge year when we're comparing it to the Kuechly and Watt situation?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with Ray moving on. I feel like it's kind of a conversation. Now, don't get it twisted. Jason Taylor, he played with Zach Thomas, who had 165 total tackles that year. And he also had Channing Crowder on his team, which was just, Channing Crowder. Look him up, and you'll go, oh, Channing Crowder. Yeah, I see him talk all the time on the podcast.
Oh, is that motherfucker, dude?
Yeah.
The light skinned dude.
I'm okay with it being Ray. I'll take it. I don't.
No way, Channing Crowder is that dude.
I don't think
he
it's
was
going
that dude.
Far. I don't think it's going far.
No, but it's Ray.
2008 James Harrison, 2021 TJ Watt.
That Dolphins team was tough. All right.
James Harrison, TJ Watt, 2008, 2021. All right, so TJ Watt going up against 2009 James Harrison, or 2008 James Harrison. So they both played in 15 games, 64 total tackles for TJ, 101 total tackles for James Harrison, 22.5 sacks for TJ, 16 sacks for James Harrison, 5 forced fumbles for TJ, 7 forced fumbles for James Harrison. TJ had 7 passes deflected. James Harrison had 3 passes deflected and an interception. Now, TJ had the likes of Minka. He had Cam Hayward next to him balling. Now, James Harrison, he had Troy. He had Chris Kerr.
I don't know who else was on that line. I know their O-line. I know the Pouncey.
I mean, he had Ryan Clark. He had Ike. He had Lawrence Timmons. Don't forget about Lawrence Timmons. I don't know if you remember.
People forget about Lawrence Timmons because Ike and Ryan be out on the media a lot.
Will Gay over there. Fucking James Farrier.
Willie Gay.
Look it up if you don't know. Check the stats. He has some guys.
All right, so we talking how many more tackles?
101 to 64.
And he had 6 more sacks. That shit's James Harrison all day.
Well, TJ had more sacks. It's 22.5 to 16.
No, I know. All right, but we'll get to this, but 22.5 is the record for recorded sacks.
Yeah, no, TJ Watt has the most sacks in a record in a single season. He's the only person.
He tied it.
No, he's the only person.
But that is the record.
He's the only person to do it.
He's the only person to legitimately
and
record 22.5 sacks. But 16 sacks?
He did it in 15
plus
games.
What, 50 more tackles?
He did it in 15 games.
I know, but 50 more tackles?
I'll give it to James. I'll give it to James. I was just comparing to Strahan.
If this motherfucker was against Strahan, that shit is easy.
Smoke.
Walking 17 days of the week. Strahan can suck my left toe sack.
2016 Khalil Mack.
I never want to hear about Michael Strahan's fucking gap tooth. Excuse me. Ever again, motherfucker. I never want to hear that shit.
We'll be hearing about it in a few minutes because we do have 2016 Khalil Mack, 2011 Terrell Suggs. I mean, hold on now. Let's talk about it. Because you got Mack in 2016, and then you got Terrell Suggs. So 16 games for Suggs, 16 games for Mack. Terrell Suggs had 70 total tackles. Khalil Mack had 73 total tackles. 14 sacks for Suggs, 11 sacks for Khalil Mack. Suggs had 7 forced fumbles and 2 interceptions. Khalil Mack had 5 forced fumbles and 1 interception. 6 passes deflected, and no pass deflection, or 3 pass deflections for Khalil Mack. Bruce Irvin, Reggie Nelson, Malcolm Smith, some guys that Khalil Mack had around him. And then obviously Terrell Suggs, 2011, Ray, Alodinata, Jared Johnson, Ed, Corey Redding.
Bruce was in Oakland?
At the time, yes.
Damn.
At that time, yeah. I mean, look, there was a time I remember Khalil Mack being like crazy dominant.
Sure.
But I don't know. Terrell Suggs, 14 sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 11 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, coming off the edge with 2 interceptions. I mean, Terrell Suggs ain't the guy to go be getting picks. 6 passes.
Fuck no.
I mean, I don't know. These are 2 kind of mid DPOYs going up against each other.
I don't think Terrell is a mid DPOY. I think he's a good DPOY. It may not have been his best year, but Terrell was a dude who would. He was what? 6'4", 6'5"?
No.
290?
No.
He's not.
No.
No?
Holy shit. 6'5", 290? You think Terrell Suggs was 6'5", 290?
What the fuck is Terrell Suggs? 6'3"?
6'5", 290? I don't remember him being 6'5", 290.
I thought he was.
What is he? Hold on. Okay, so he weighs 260 pounds. That's the first. He's 6'3", 260. Holy shit. 6'5", 290? Who do you think he is? Who do you think this guy is?
I don't know.
6'5", 290?
I thought he was 6'5", 290.
Holy shit.
All right, he's 6'3".
By the time he was in Kansas City, or the 290, not 6'5". Holy shit.
Yeah, the 290 maybe.
Jesus. Can we talk 2012 J.J. Watt versus 2018?
Yeah, he was 6'3", 260, but it was Suggs.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Aaron Donald's DPOYs are kind of just like there. I mean, if you want to,
they're there.
If you want to compare, we got 2012 JJ versus 2018 Aaron Donald. So
I want to hear these stats.
So 2018 Aaron Donald, he played in 16 games. He had 20 and a half sacks.
That's it.
20 and a half sacks, 59 tackles, 4 forced fumbles, 1 pass deflection.
Perfect.
Okay. You got that? You took that in. 2012 JJ, 20 and a half sacks, 16 passes deflected, 4 forced fumbles, 81 total tackles. 16 passes deflected, 20 and a half sacks, 16 passes deflected. What's up?
There's one answer, and that motherfucker is from Wisconsin.
It's J.J. Watt.
If it's that dumbass, fucking stinky ass, big body, steroid ass bitch, fuck out of here.
I'm just gonna say, look,
I'm not gonna say he's on steroids. I don't give a fuck about Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's a phony.
0-1 Strahan, 0-3 Ray.
Aaron Donald, all right, it is Ray. Regardless of anything that is said.
Do you want to explain why Michael Strahan's record don't count?
Michael Strahan, all right. The NFL record before 2000 or 2001 was officially Now, unofficial, someone had 27 sacks, but officially, the record was 22 sacks, I think. Okay. Michael Strahan, which I found out recently, and I showed you, was that on Michael Strahan's last sack, his record-breaking sack, he had a talk with Brett Favre, and Brett Favre took a dive, and Michael Strahan fell on top of him, which should not have been recorded as a sack, but it was, and he has now set the record at 22 and a half, which TJ Watt matched, who's the only player since him to match, which TJ Watt should have the record at the most sacks of all time.
And
so anything Strahan's done is complete garbage.
And now Strahan's name has to come up anytime someone gets close to the record.
Every single time. But no one brings up that his sack, his record-breaking sack, his Good Morning America sack, his I'm on television sack was bullshit and should not be recognized by any sports organization.
For sure. He definitely got sold, or they definitely sold him.
Mike, you didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but here's the thing.
I didn't know that. We've done the DPOY conversation before. I didn't know that.
He could have gotten the sack.
He could have gotten the sack.
He could have just gotten the sack and it would have been a lot more respect. It would have been respected way more than that bullshit.
I would have said, "Hey, Strahan, take your flowers. I'll stick them in between your two teethus."
We'll talk Ray next round because
I'll take you. I'll take them flowers and I'll poke them through both of your toofus.
I'll just break the fourth wall and say
both your big toofus.
I'll break the fourth wall and say that we decided after last episode we were gonna do a DPOY bracket, and we were immediately kicking Michael Strahan out. Just for being given the record for nothing.
Michael Strahan should never be in any record books due to that reason. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
No, he should be in the Hall
Maybe
of
that's
Fame.
not true.
I was going to say relax.
Maybe that's a bunch of bullshit.
Relax. I was going to say relax.
Maybe I'm bullshitting, but also go fuck yourself, Michael, and go fuck yourself, Brett, because both of y'all won a bunch of records because y'all sucked.
But only one scammed welfare.
Hey, I'm going to throw 30 picks, but I'm winning MVP, pussy. All right, sounds good, Mike. Stupid.
But only one scammed welfare. So, I mean, you know.
Oh, Brett?
I mean, yeah. Only one.
Dude,
only
only
sent a
Brett
dick pic to a cheerleader.
And send money to a volleyball team. What a bitch.
2010 Troy Polamalu, 1994 Deion Sanders.
No, Brett Favre sucks.
Polamalu Sanders.
All right, that's a good matchup.
Is it? Because I'm about to destroy Deion's only DPOY.
Thank God. What a bitch. Deion, you fucking suck. You bitch. 4-8?
All right, listen. In 94, Deion Sanders played in 14 games. He had 6 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 300 return yards, and had 36 total tackles. Troy Polamalu in 2010 played in 14 games as well, had 63 total tackles, 7 interceptions, 1 touchdown, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack, 11 passes deflected, and 101 return yards.
I like 7 picks more than whatever Deion had. How many did Deion have?
7 versus 6 is 100. It was 7 versus 6, 63 tackles to 36, 11 passes deflected, and Polamalu was just look. I even went as far as to go like, all right, maybe his return yards or his return stats had something to do with his DPOY. It didn't. There was nothing. There was nothing.
Hold on.
There's nothing to see there for Deion returning punts or kicks.
Hold on. I hate Deion, but Deion's a corner.
Deion's also went on the record for saying that he was good at tackling.
He was not. He did have more return yards, more touchdowns, almost scored on half or more.
Half, 3 out of 6.
I know I don't like Prime, but I mean, what do you think puts Polamalu over Prime?
I think I feel like Troy Polamalu is just a more overall, just versatile player, and sure, maybe that's that's simply what a safety is, but at the
Over
same
a corner.
time, I think you can be a safety that's really good at covering or really good at coverage. You could be a safety who's great at just taking
Tackling.
somebody's head off.
Yeah.
Or you could be both, and that was Troy Polamalu. 63 tackles, 7 interceptions, only one taken back for a touchdown. But I mean, I don't know. Troy was not the fastest.
But
Troy didn't record the fastest 40-yard dash of all time like Prime did. Yeah, he returned 3 picks.
But
And
also, I agree because Deron Bland is not the best DB in the league.
no, he's not.
Does Deron Bland have 5 pick sixes this year? Fuck yeah, he does. And he deserves them. But is he the best DB in the league? Fuck no.
I think it's Troy.
And I also agree with that statement.
All right, I'll move Troy on. And last matchup of
And
the first
also,
round.
guess what, Dion?
What's up?
This is to Dion. And if Dion ever sees this, I hope he sees it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hope we can speak as colleagues. You know what I'm saying? Because Dion speaks for the people, as do I.
Mm-hmm.
And Dion said that we keep receipts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Dion may have said that after week 3 against Colorado State. But Dion, guess what? I keep receipts. And I've kept receipts for the past 7 or 8 weeks. And y'all have lost every single motherfucking game. And Oregon was not the worst game y'all had, by the way. That game y'all lost was not the worst. It got worse. So congratulations on your last place in the Pac-12. I hope everybody keeps leaving Colorado. I hope everybody enters the transfer portal because y'all suck. And the only 3 motherfuckers y'all got is your 2 sons and Travis Hunter. So congratulations, you suck.
All right, 2004 Ed Reed, 2009 Charles Woodson.
Sounds better.
So 2003 or 2004 Ed Reed. So all right, let me just pull up both of them. 2004 Ed Reed, 2009 Charles Woodson. They both played in 16 games. They both had 9 interceptions. Ed Reed had 17 passes deflected. Charles had 18. Ed Reed had 1 touchdown and 358 return yards. Charles had 3 touchdowns, 179 return yards. Ed Reed had 3 forced fumbles. Charles Woodson had 4 forced fumbles. Ed Reed, 78 total tackles, 1 touchdown for taken back for a touchdown. Charles Woodson had 74 total tackles. A lot of super close. A lot of this super close.
It's that's way fucking closer than I ever would have thought it would be.
Look,
the only thing that jumps out at me is the the return yards.
He had 358 return yards. Now this was the year he had that 106-yard pick six.
Who, Ed?
Yes. I don't know if that hurts or helps him. So 106 of those yards came from one play.
I know, but it also could have been 99 or 87 or whatever. But it's also like.
Well, I guess they don't count 106. They only count at 99.
But it's also
99 of those yards.
What's his nuts?
I mean, everything else is close.
Woodson had a very similar amount, same touchdowns.
But you got to remember.
I mean, same picks. Woodson had one more touchdown.
But also, I mean, you had Ed Reed playing with Ray Lewis. You had Terrell Suggs. You still had C-Mac there. Funny enough, you had Deion Sanders on that team.
Suggs was there in 04?
Mm-hmm.
And Prime Nuts?
Deion Sanders was on the Ravens and retired as a Raven. But yes, he was on the Ravens. He was on the Ravens this year. The year Ed Reed was a Pro Bowler, or the year Ed Reed was the
Deion's
DPOY.
always been a wannabe. He will always forever be a wannabe.
The last two teams Deion played for, Washington and Baltimore.
He will forever be a wannabe. You know why he went to both them teams?
Why?
Because he wanted to be a Gator, he wanted to be a Seminole, and he wanted to be a Redskin. And guess what? That bitch sucked them last couple of years. I get it bit to Ed Reed.
Okay. All right, Ed Reed moving on. All right. So to the
Deion, you suck, you stank, and your boys suck too.
To the second round, we know what we got now. So let's see. 2014 JJ, 2000 Ray. Look, Ray Lewis, my favorite player all time. He had a good run. It's 2014 JJ Watt.
It is JJ Watt.
It's 2014 JJ Watt.
JJ was JJ.
He was Ray was the staple of that defense that year, of the best defense of all time, but he was not the only reason. He was not the only reason. He might have been the most valuable player on the most valuable defense, but it's JJ Watt. If we're talking just defensive player to years, it's JJ Watt.
If Ray Lewis was an outside linebacker or a D tackle, maybe.
James Harrison versus Terrell Suggs.
This is a weird one.
I feel like this is an easy James Harrison win, but we can talk about it if you want.
Give me some numbers.
So James Harrison versus Terrell Suggs. So James Harrison, just remember, played in one less game, 15-16. Terrell Suggs had 70 total tackles. James Harrison had 101. Terrell Suggs had 14 sacks to James Harrison's 16. 7 forced fumbles for both. James Harrison, 1 interception. Terrell Suggs, 2 interceptions. Terrell Suggs had 6 passes deflected. James Harrison had 3 passes deflected. Plain and simple, 101 total tackles, 16 sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 1 less game. Just a better year than Terrell Suggs.
It is.
It was a better year.
What's Debo is his nickname, right?
Yeah. 2012 JJ Watt. Another JJ versus Ray. I didn't even mean to do this, but another JJ Watt versus Ray Lewis. I still don't think it's a conversation. Look, I hate to be that guy, but all right. JJ Watt in 2012, Ray Lewis in 2003, if I can find him. So they both played in 16 games. JJ Watt had 20 and a half sacks, 16 passes deflected, 4 forced fumbles, and 81 tackles. Ray Lewis had 163 total tackles, 7 tackles for... Hold on. Let's back this up. Ray Lewis had 163 total tackles. Just a sack and a half. 7 tackles for a loss. 2 forced fumbles. 6 interceptions. 1 return for a touchdown. 14 passes deflected. I mean, now that's a year.
That's a year.
Doubled the deflections. 163 tackles. 7 tackles for a loss. 163 total tackles. 6 interceptions. Not double, and I don't know why I said double and pass deflected. JJ had 16 passes deflected. I don't know where I saw 7. I don't know. I think it's super close, but I still.
But Ray's not a sack guy.
No, he's not. He's a tackle
PD
guy. Obviously, 163, 7 tackles for a loss, 6 interceptions, 14 passes deflected. JJ Watt, 20 and a half sacks, 16 passes deflected, and 81 total tackles.
How many? He had 81. How many Ray had?
163.
So double the tackles.
Double the tackles, but JJ had 20.5 sacks with 16 passes deflected.
Mike, I'm sorry.
It's JJ.
Yeah, it's close. It's very close.
It's JJ. It's close.
I know, but with the year that Ray had, that is incredibly
That's a
close.
crazy year. Look. Stat wise, it's better than his 2000 year.
But as a middle linebacker compared to a D tackle or outside linebacker, to have that many tackles, that many passes defended, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, JJ 16 passes deflected, 20.5 sacks. I mean,
that's nuts.
Yeah, no. 2010 Troy, 2004.
But the fact that there's two dudes from this family who are blowing up the league.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know, and I don't know what happened to Derek, but
Derek was a fullback.
hey, let's not hate on the fullbacks now. There's still some room.
We ain't hating on because the Ravens have produced the two best fullbacks in the league for the past 5 years.
Don't forget about
Kyle Juszczyk and Patrick Ricard, maybe 6 or 7 years.
And then when we brought Vontae Leach over, he balled too. Don't forget about him.
I won't.
We didn't produce
but
him.
Y'all have produced the best. But Pittsburgh could not do shit with Derek Watt, and that's okay.
That's okay. And I believe he played for the Chargers too. I mean, yeah, it wasn't much room for that, but it's fine.
Whatever.
2010 Troy, 2004 Ed Reed. All right. 14 games for Troy, 16 games for Ed Reed. 2-game difference. 63 total tackles for Troy, 78 total tackles for Ed. 7 interceptions for Troy, 9 interceptions for Ed Reed. He had 11 passes deflected to Reed's 17. They both took one of those interceptions back for a touchdown. Troy with 1 forced fumble to Ed Reed's 3. Ed Reed also took back 1 touchdown with a fumble recovery. 358 return yards for Ed, 101 return yards for Troy. And who is it? Who you sending? Who you sending?
Fuck you think it is, bitch?
Is it Ed Reed?
That's Ed all day.
It's Ed Reed. It's Ed Reed. 2008 James, 2014 JJ.
What a beast.
Are we sending JJ to the finals? Do we need to talk about it?
We haven't talked about much of 2014.
I mean, we did.
What?
We talked about it in the beginning, and then it was kind of a no-brainer last round. But
yeah, I want to hear the numbers. Maybe it's a bunch of bullshit.
James Harrison to JJ Watt. JJ Watt played in 16 games. James Harrison played in 15. JJ Watt had 78 total tackles. James Harrison had 101 total tackles. 20.5 sacks for JJ. 16 sacks for James Harrison. 10 passes deflected and 4 forced fumbles for JJ. 7 forced fumbles and 3 passes deflected for James Harrison. They both had 1 interception. JJ's was taken back for a touchdown, and JJ also took a fumble recovery back for a touchdown. Look, besides
I don't know if there's
anything the tackles.
And besides the Super Bowl performances.
Besides the tackle, I mean, it's JJ.
Also, besides the 99-yard touchdown, it's easily JJ.
Do we consider that at all?
No.
Okay. 2012 JJ.
2005. Mike, this is one thing I don't know if I was trying to bring it up, but it was also like we were talking about them Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And like that Super Bowl, what was it? Oh, it was 08, 09, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it was played.
Mm-hmm.
James Harrison catches the pick. Boom, right to his body.
Yeah.
He runs about 10, 15 yards. And there's a DB, 26. I don't know who the fuck it is. But he's trying to like snag the ball. He's trying his fucking heart out.
Yeah.
To pull that bitch from him. And James Harrison's like, get the fuck out of my way. And just runs that bitch all the way down.
So
there was, the DB knew that there were no seconds left once he went down. And he was like, I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna run it all the way down. And James Harrison was like, fuck no. But the fact that James Harrison did not hand it off to anybody is cool as fuck. Because if you watch that video, there's probably 2 DBs who can run that all the way down. And James said, "No, fuck you. I'm a linebacker. I'm taking it to the house."
That is this year, and the only reason we're not gonna factor that in is because
it was the playoffs.
It's a regular season award.
Exactly.
It's a regular season award.
If you watch that, you can see that no one wanted James Harrison to have that football.
No. I mean, nobody thought he was taking that bitch to the house.
Nobody thought he was taking that bitch.
That bitch.
It was 99 yards for a linebacker with 4 seconds. He's not taking that bitch.
2012 JJ, 2004 Ed Reed. We can talk about it. Do we need to talk about it?
Stat me up.
Okay, okay. That I didn't know how to react to that. I felt a little weird when you asked me to do that.
No, when I said that, I was like, I don't know. It's a DB versus it's a safety versus a linebacker.
So 2012 JJ versus 2004 Ed Reed. They both played in 16 games. JJ 20 and a half sacks. Ed Reed 9 interceptions. So JJ had 20 and a half sacks, 16 passes deflected. Ed Reed, 9 interceptions, 17 passes deflected, 358 return yards. I will say the fact that Ed Reed only had 1 more pass deflection over J.J. Watt is ridiculous.
Pretty crazy.
It's 78 tackles for Ed Reed to JJ's 81, so super close in that as well. Four forced fumbles for JJ, 3 forced fumbles for Reed. I mean, bro, it's about to be JJ versus JJ.
No. Am I retarded? Am I?
Are you?
Am I?
9 interceptions, 358 return yards. 78 total tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 17.
But 78 to 81 total tackles, and you a fucking safety?
I mean, you have pretty much every opportunity in the world to get a tackle as a safety.
But what the fuck is J.J. Watt?
An outside linebacker, an edge rusher.
And he had what? 81 tackles?
81, yeah. He also had 20 and a half sacks and 1 less pass deflection. So, okay, you want to do that, then what is he doing getting only 1 more pass deflection than JJ?
What is who doing?
JJ Watt. JJ Watt has 16 passes deflected.
How many Ed Reed have?
17. 16
All right,
to 17.
So, Ed is a dude who's not, I would say, not generally on man coverage.
It don't matter. He's the best ball hawk of all time. He's getting pass deflections.
But you're also talking about a dude who's up in a quarterback's face in a great D line.
Sure, but I mean 16 of them? 16 passes deflected?
But 17 from Ed?
All right, we'll let Ed Reed move on. We'll see what you have to say about this then. 2004 Ed Reed.
What else Ed Reed got on that bitch? Because Ed Reed got some crazy numbers on that bitch.
2014 JJ Watt.
Ed Reed moves.
2014 JJ Watt. 2004 Ed Reed. Here's your final. 2004 Ed Reed. 2014 JJ Watt. 16 games to 16 games. JJ Watt. They both had. All right, here you go. 78 total tackles for both of them. JJ Watt, 20 and a half sacks, 10 passes deflected, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception taken back for a touchdown, one fumble recovery taken back for a touchdown. Ed Reed had 9 interceptions, 17 passes deflected, 1 touchdown, 358 return yards, 3 forced fumbles, one fumble recovery touchdown, 78 total tackles, 2 sacks. Here's my problem. Here's my dilemma. I think JJ had a better season in 2012, and you won that argument. So I don't really know how I'm going to win this one.
All right.
Because 2012 JJ had a better year than 2014 JJ, and you said Ed Reed walked. So I don't really know where to go with this. You tell me.
You give me the numbers one more time. Give me JJ's numbers.
JJ had 78 tackles, 20 and a half sacks, 10 passes deflected, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception that was taken back for a touchdown, and 1 fumble recovery taken back for a touchdown.
Give me Ed's.
Ed Reed had 9 interceptions, 1 taken back for a touchdown, 358 return yards, 17 passes deflected, 3 forced fumbles, 1 touchdown from a fumble recovery, 78 total tackles, 2 sacks. Look, if the only way you can win this for me to convince me it's Ed Reed is the versatility. 78 tackles, the 17 passes deflected, 9 interceptions, taken 358 yards, also 3 forced fumbles. I mean,
call me Mike.
You're crazy.
Mike, I swear to God.
You're crazy, but I'll
No. Call me a
Okay, you keep using that word a lot. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many.
Maybe you should bleep that.
I was gonna say I don't know how many times you got left, but what's up?
Call me a. Maybe bleep that as well.
Yep.
To me, them sacks don't mean a thing, and Ed Reed got that number on him, brother.
All right. There you go. The best DPOY. I think probably to me the most controversial one we've had, the most controversial bracket we've had. 2004 Ed Reed, the best defensive player of the year award winner. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that, Devin.
I feel about it.
All right.
I know how I feel about it.
Before we get out of here, New England versus Pittsburgh, Thursday Night Football. Who you going with?
Ew, don't fucking bring that up, dude.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Do not bring that up.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Fuck. Mikey, I don't know.
Who you going with?
I don't know. What the fuck you're gonna bring me one of the best fucking conversations we've had in terms of fucking defensive players all year, and now you're gonna bring me fucking AIDS City? You're gonna bring me the worst football in all of football?
New England versus Pittsburgh.
The fuck is New England versus Pittsburgh? I don't know. What the fuck are we supposed to do with it? I just spit all over myself because I'm an idiot. I feel like a fucking... Never mind. But I feel like one of them, you know?
I don't know. Come on. Who you got?
What date is it? The 5th? What's today? Tuesday?
Thursday Night Football.
All right. The 7th. Fucking 12-7.
New England versus
I feel like I feel like I'm backwards, dude.
Who you going with? What are you looking at? What could you possibly be looking up right now?
I don't know. I'm just trying to find out fucking stats. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so fucking dumb.
Okay. Pittsburgh.
All right, what week is this?
Week 14. Pittsburgh versus New England. It is the worst team in the league versus Pittsburgh. It ain't that hard. Who's winning?
Pittsburgh.
You're going with Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Okay. I'm glad all that research helped you come to that decision. With that being said, we talked defensive player of the years. We talked all the week 13 games. A lot of them sucked. We talked fantasy. We talked college football, which also sucked for good and bad reasons. We reacted to Monday Night Football. Trevor Lawrence. I have no clue what's going on with him. I need to go find out if he's even playing the rest of the season.
Which would suck if he doesn't.
We will be back next episode to talk Thursday Night Football, to predict all Week 14 games, to set our lineups for fantasy for the first round of the playoffs, do another bracket, a whole bunch of shit. You got any last words before we get out of here?
Yeah. America is the best, and everyone else sucks. And that's my opinions.
Well, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday with a brand new episode. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Suck my fat